because I'm not talking just to waste my breath. Navy Federal, Quaint Oak Bank, Live Oak Bank, those are 3 banks you could go to, and then you can pre-qualify for the SBA 7A loan and see how much they're going to approve you for. They go up dollars based upon your credit profile. Now you know you can go shop. Once you go shop, you can go to listselfstorage.com. That's a website, listselfstorage.com. Give you out of bars. I better write this down, right? Listselfstorage.com, where you can find a bunch of self-storage facilities. And the reason why I promote self-storage facilities, and you know, King, right? When you make a lot of money, you got to park it in some type of asset. We had the phone call the other day, like, you make all this money, you got to park it in an asset that's going to bring you more money, right? So you got to be strategic. You're going to get the tax benefits. You're going to get the appreciation, right? You're going to get the equity. But most of all, you get the cash flow, because that's how you build wealth. If you go and get a bag and you get it one time, that's it. You got to go and get the bag over and over again. You want to put it in a vehicle where it keep coming back. You want the bag to chase you. If you want the bag to chase you, I need you to drop the money bag emoji in the comments right now.
Yo, hey, drop the money bag.
If
y'all want the money to chase you, you need to drop the bags in the comments. So literally, when you go to the SBA loan and get the 7A loan, what's the qualifications? And what do you have to put down?
Great question. So with the 7A loan, all you need is a 680 credit score. 680 minimum credit score, 10% down. So they finance you up to 90%. So if you go and get a $1 million facility, all you got to do is come to the table with 100,000. And if you're in recession-proof RPX, you know how they're going to get 100,000 easy. You know
that's on $1 million. So if you went and got a $350,000 storage unit, you only need to come up with 35,000.
Light work. Light work.
Listen, I gave game on my last video about how to go get 3 business credit cards. Easily, that won't even show up. Utilization won't show up with no interest. And you literally can pull the money off of there and put that down to go get a storage unit. And the issue with storage units is storage units give back a yield of rent when it's at full occupancy of anywhere from 40 to 60% of the rent is actually profits. Meanwhile, if you go and get a real estate property, a single family home, you only getting anywhere 8% to 10 to 12% is great. Right? 8 to 12% is great on rent. So you imagine you make it 8 to 12% on $1,500 rent, $1,600 rent, right? Because the mortgage is $1,200. You charge it $1,600 in rent. You make a whopping $400 a month. Meanwhile, you got a storage unit facility that's gonna bring in, you know, $10 to $15, $20,000 a month, and 60% of it is profit. You got to understand the difference in building wealth. And it's not only just because that's the biggest way and the biggest place for your money to generate an income. That's not the biggest way for you to generate an income. No, there's other things that you can do. But what happens is that then it has tax benefits. And that's one of the things when it comes to building wealth. We always look at just about making the money, but we don't understand about preserving the money and being able to keep that shit. I don't give a fuck if you make $1 million and I make 500, but I get to keep 400 and you got to give 50% up. Guess what? I won. I win, right? Because I'm keeping more money than you do. I'm keeping a larger percentage. I'd rather keep 90% of my funds than give up 50%. But why? Because most of us don't understand the IRS and tax strategies and things like that. These are the things that we don't understand. And so if you're invested in crypto, you flip in crypto. I invest in Forex and get crazy returns. I invest with crypto. I do so many different business ventures. I have earned income. I have semi-passive. I have passive income. And then I got investments. My investment portfolio is not to make me the most money. It's to generate more cash flow, but it's also to eliminate the taxes on my earned income. But this is the things that they don't teach us. And ain't nobody definitely telling you, why do you think storage facilities? Let me give you another play. Let's say you go build up a unit, you go build up your portfolio over the next 2 or 3 years, and you get 10 storage facilities, right? I'm literally in the process of building my storage facility all around the world, right? Barney Storages, right? As I'm building out my storage portfolio, my goal is to get 10 actual storage units plus, all cash flowing, all at least 85 to 90% occupancy, and sell them all. Right? And then sell them all. And guess what happens? Now guess what? I'm cash flowing for the next 2 or 3 years, and then I'm doing a high 9-figure exit. Because what? It's steady cash flow for hedge funds to come in and invest. And hedge funds know, okay, well, we're going to invest. We need our money back over the next 10, 15 years. We're not looking for year to year like most people on the come up trying to do. So they're going to make major investments. So now I'm doing a 7x exit on what I'm already making. You get what I'm saying? That's it. That changes the game. That's how we get to the next level, right? This is the information that they don't tell us. So when my little bro go, listen, I'm doing a boot camp. I teach people how to get storage units. I mean, it's foolish if you're not tapping in.
Yeah.
You're foolish if you're not tapping in, period, right? Because this is what helps you take it to the next level. And most of us don't understand, like, only reason poverty is not a financial issue. Being poor is not a financial issue. It's a lack of information and it's a lack of resources, right? If you broke, money is not your problem. Money is not your problem. If you're broke, money ain't your problem. People say, yo, man, y'all charge for stuff. Okay, well, if you don't have the money, don't worry about making more money. That's not your problem. See, your problem is the habits that you have, the lack of information that you have, the lack of will, the lack of drive to even go figure it out, because you know that you don't have no money, but you don't have the drive and ambition to go and get it. And the money that you do make, you fuck off. The money that you do make, you fuck off. It's going somewhere that it ain't got no business. See, that's when the game change is, when you start to look and go, okay, I ain't got no money, but why don't you have money? What are you doing with your time? And is your time not dedicated to earning income? Do you not have a job? Are you not willing to work? Do you think because you see us entrepreneurs out here that we ain't never had a job? I had a job before. I was willing to do whatever it took for me to get a fucking job to feed my family. And you're not above nothing. You don't gotta look and be like, yo, I gotta do what a HIM500 do. No, I'm years and grinding. I'm willing to sacrifice and do whatever it takes. And you should be willing to sacrifice. I don't give a fuck if you go work. I worked at a warehouse. I worked at a warehouse. I had to go figure it out. And after a while, I worked at that shit for over a year. I got tired of working there, and I got my ass up and I went back and got back into entrepreneurship and got busy. But I'm not above it. Like when I tell people money is not a financial problem if you broke. It's not. I've been there, right? I've been there. And that's the reality of it, is that you can get out of those circumstances. You just got to want to. You just got to be like, yo, I want something different. What are you working on, right, as yourself? It's two things in the world, liabilities and assets. It's something that we all can relate to. Liability and an asset. What are you to yourself? What are you to yourself? You can judge and say who's a liability to you, who's an asset to you, who's an asset to you, who's good for you, who's bad for you. But what are you to yourself? What are the conversations like? What are the things that you indulge in? What's your spending habits like? What's your budgeting like? Most people don't even know how much money they spend every month. If I ask an adult, how much money do you spend? How much money did you spend last month? Be like, around. Or I made this much. No, I'm asking you how much. Did you calculate it? Are you in control of your life? If you're not in control of your fucking life, let's get in control. Let's get in control of your life. And age is nothing but a number. You know why? Because my man Ramel teaches me things. I'm older than him. He's my mentee and he educates me. Understand, right? Intelligence doesn't have an age. It doesn't have a look. Information passes through everybody. It's no age when it comes to information. So don't ever think that, man, I got mentees that's 50, mentees that's 60. Why? Because they don't mean I'm smarter than them. I'm just sharper at something specific more than they are. That's it. I'm more educated on one topic more than them, and they come to me to learn that. So always be humble enough and have an understanding to know that information and things that could change your life can come from various different places. And so don't look and think that because somebody's younger than you that you can't learn from them. Ramel, how many properties you got? What's your portfolio worth on real estate?
Oh yeah, man.
How many properties you got?
34 doors and 88 unit storage facilities. So we over 120 doors total when we put the facilities and apartments together. Over $3 million in real estate, under 30.
How old are you?
29.
And you under 30?
Under 30, yep. Now you talking heavy right now. You talking real heavy, man, because this is the biggest mistake that people make, right? A lot of people, the biggest mistake people make, I'm gonna drop it right here for y'all, is that y'all wait. Y'all wait to get started. You take too long. You start thinking, right? When you say wait, you want to stop and think. Like, what am I thinking? That's what wait stands for. Because every time you wait, you're trying to figure out how it's going to work, right? How it's going to not work. All of these things. Listen.